On the 23rd of March 2019, a cruise ship carrying 1,374 people lost all power in a storm off the coast of Norway and drifted to within a single ship's length of the rocks. Not because of the storm. Because the oil in her engines was sitting a few centimeters too low. This is the Viking Sky. A brand new, expedition-style cruise ship, 228 meters long, 47,000 gross tons, diesel-electric, delivered just 2 years earlier. On this passage down the Norwegian coast she carried 915 guests and 459 crew. 2 days before, she had sailed from Tromsø, with one of her 4 generators already shut down and awaiting repair. The forecast for the crossing was known: a strong gale, heavy seas, right across one of the most exposed stretches of the whole Norwegian coast, Hustadvika. A low, rock-strewn shore that has wrecked ships for centuries. She sailed anyway, to keep the schedule. At 2 minutes to 2 in the afternoon, in the worst of the weather, the ship went dark. The core sat deep in her engine rooms. In heavy seas the ship pitched and rolled, and the level of lubricating oil in the running generators was already low. As she moved, the oil surged away from the intake pipes, and the pumps began drawing air instead of oil. Oil pressure fell. And each engine did exactly what it is built to do: it shut itself down to protect itself. One after another, the generators tripped. Within seconds, the whole ship lost power, propulsion, and steering. The captain sent a mayday immediately. With no engines, the Viking Sky lay beam onto the wind, and the wind was pushing her straight onto the rocks. She dropped anchors to slow the drift. On the charts, the gap closed from a mile to half a mile to a few hundred meters until she was rolling barely 1 ship's length from grounding on a lee shore in a full gale. Overhead, rescue helicopters began winching guests off the pitching deck, one at a time. Nearly a third of everyone aboard lifted into the storm. And below, the crew fought to restart the engines. 39 minutes after the blackout, they got propulsion back. The Viking Sky pulled away from the rocks under her own power and limped into the port of Molde. 19 people were hurt. No one died. But it was very nearly one of the worst maritime disasters of the modern age, and almost nothing about it was bad luck. The low oil level had triggered alarms the crew had learned to distrust, because the remote readings were unreliable. The sump tanks themselves were built below the required standard. And the electronic chart in front of the navigators carried no warning for those waters, while the old paper chart, for the very same stretch, was marked "dangerous waves." Viking Sky. Hustadvika. The 23rd of March, 2019.